The video opens on a dark, swirling digital map of the ancient Mediterranean, the camera panning slowly across jagged coastlines as a deep, compelling voice commands your attention. The narrator explains that we are looking at a story so massive, so deeply embedded in human culture, that its very title literally became the universal word for an epic journey. For over 2,700 years, this single narrative has anchored human civilization, bleeding endlessly into our movies, our modern literature, and our video games. But as the visuals shift from cinematic CGI to eerie, real-world footage of ancient ruins, the tone turns decidedly mysterious. The narrator urges us to look past the fantasy, past the legendary one-eyed giants, the beautiful, seductive witches, and the terrifying, man-eating monsters that populate the text. When you strip away the mythical folklore, you are suddenly confronted with a highly sophisticated, deeply chilling window into a lost era of human history. Right now, a brand new wave of modern investigations is forcing us to confront a haunting possibility. What if this legendary tale was never meant to be pure fiction? What if it is actually a heavily coded, brilliantly disguised historical record of a real, brutal, global apocalypse that shattered the ancient world? The video sets the stakes immediately, promising to expose the dark, historical reality hidden beneath the surface of mankind's oldest adventure, pulling the audience in with the promise of a historical conspiracy. The screen transitions to a montage of vintage 20th century photographs and close-ups of dusty, ancient Greek texts. The narrator explains that for centuries, the classical world credited this entire masterpiece to a single, legendary blind poet named Homer, supposedly composing his grand epic in the 8th century BC. However, the video reveals that everything we thought we knew about the story's origin was completely shattered by modern researchers. Scholars uncovered a brilliant, hidden pattern within the ancient lines, highly repetitive, rhythmic phrases like the wine-dark sea, the godlike hero, and the rosy-fingered dawn. The narrator explains that these weren't just creative poetic flourishes, they were sophisticated audio memory hacks. The narrative was never originally written down with a pen. Instead, it was belted out from memory by traveling bards known as oidoi, who acted as the ancient world's freestyle rappers. They traveled from town to town, chanting their stories to the strum of a stringed lyre, constantly improvising, recomposing, and blending half-remembered history with pure fantasy to maximize their tips from wealthy patrons. This means there was never just one single Homer, but rather a long lineage of brilliant, traveling performers who spent centuries sharpening the edge of the story to keep audiences completely glued to their seats. The real history they were keeping alive through these memory devices belonged to a forgotten, glittering age of wealth that vanished overnight. The visual pacing quickens dramatically as the video displays dark, aggressive illustrations of ancient warships crashing through stormy waves. The narrator points out that while modern pop culture loves to paint the main hero as a completely noble, righteous wanderer, the gritty reality of the text is far more sinister. The moment the flames of the Trojan War finally died down, the hero and his fleet of 12 ships didn't set a peaceful course for home. Instead, they made a calculated pit stop at a coastal city called Ismaros, belonging to a tribe of Trojan allies. The narrator describes the scene with intense, rapid-fire delivery. The fleet landed, the warriors drew their bronze swords, and in a flash of terrifying violence, they put the entire city to the torch, slaughtered the male inhabitants, took the women captive, and looted every ounce of wealth they could carry. It was a classic, brutal Bronze Age hit-and-run operation, but the script highlights the critical turning point where the raiders got incredibly greedy, completely ignored their leader's commands to flee, and stayed on the beach to feast and drink. This gave the surviving locals enough time to summon a heavily trained army from the deep interior who retaliated with absolute fury. The hero's forces were broken, losing 6 men from every single ship before barely escaping back to the sea. The narrator stresses that this wasn't a magical quest, but a gritty, real-world cartel war where greed meant instant elimination. The imagery on screen becomes intensely atmospheric, showing murky, unsettling conceptual art of desolate landscapes and monstrous figures looming over narrow straits. The narrator guides the viewer deeper into the psychological trap of the journey, explaining that after their defeat at Ismaros, the fleet was blasted completely off the map into a realm of pure nightmare. The video breaks down the psychological terrors one by one, starting with the island of the Lotus Eaters, where the locals fed the crew a narcotic herb that instantly wiped out their memories and stripped them of any desire to return home, forcing the leader to violently drag his weeping men back to the ships. From there, the narrator takes us straight into the jaw of the most famous monster of all, the lawless Cyclops, a grotesque giant who trapped the crew in his cave and began casually eating them alive, forcing the hero to use a heated steak and a brilliant psychological trick to blind the beast. The video then shocks the viewer by describing the Laestrygonians, a tribe of massive cannibal giants who hurled giant boulders from high cliffs, instantly smashing 11 out of 12 warships into absolute splinters and spearing the drowning survivors like fish. The narrator delivers the ultimate historical pivot here, explaining that these terrifying monsters were not random fairy tale creatures, but vivid symbols of the lawless isolation of the sudden Dark Age, a time when global trade died and leaving your home meant running into total lawlessness. The video slows down its pacing to focus on a lone, battered ship sailing through an eerie, mist-covered ocean as the narrator describes the ultimate psychological breaking point of the crew. We see the tragic incident where the god of the winds gifts the hero a sealed oxide bag containing all the fierce, volatile storms of the world, leaving only a gentle west wind to guide them home. The narrator builds the tension, describing how the ship sailed for 9 consecutive days until the very shores of their homeland lurched into plain sight. But just as the exhausted leader fell into a deep sleep, his greedy, suspicious crew ripped the bag open, believing it held secret gold, unleashing a violent cacophony of storms that blasted them all the way back to their starting point. The video details how the stranded survivors were then lured into the palace of a powerful enchantress who drugged them and literally turned them into beasts. A sequence the narrator explains is dripping with the raw trauma of survival. To break the curse, the hero is forced to perform the ultimate taboo, navigating his ship to the absolute edge of the outer ocean where the veil between reality and death thins, descending directly into the underworld. The narrator explains that this horrifying confrontation with the screaming spirits of the dead, including the hero's own mother, was a brilliant psychological tool used by ancient bards to illustrate the devastating weight of survival guilt. The screen lights up with exciting, modern footage of deep-sea diving expeditions, high-tech sonar scans, and brilliant gold artifacts being lifted from the ocean floor. The narrator shifts the tone from ancient myth to hard, undeniable 20th and 21st century science, proving that the foundation of this epic voyage is grounded in absolute reality. The video spotlights the incredible discovery of the Uluburun shipwreck off the southwestern coast of Turkey, a late Bronze Age vessel loaded to the brim with over 18,000 luxury items, spanning 7 completely distinct ancient kingdoms, including enough raw copper and tin to equip an entire ancient army. The narrator pairs this jaw-dropping archaeological discovery with the real-world experiment of a British explorer who constructed an exact, historically authentic replica of a Bronze Age sailing ship and successfully navigated it across the Mediterranean, tracing the exact geographic coordinates hidden within the ancient myth. The narrator explains that the results of these modern expeditions were completely undeniable. The long-distance maritime trade, the volatile coastal weather patterns, and the dangerous sea raiding networks described in the ancient text weren't just the wild imaginations of a poet. Warlords were actively conducting these massive, highly lucrative, and incredibly dangerous expeditions across the Mediterranean, proving that real-world voyages provided the exact blueprint for the legendary map. The focus of the video sharpens onto a highly controversial, high-stakes modern academic detective story, showing split screens of archaeological dig sites and colorful geological maps of Western Greece. The narrator addresses the massive question that is currently driving historians and treasure hunters completely insane: the desperate search for the hero's lost home kingdom of Ithaca. The video notes that while researchers easily located the legendary walls of Troy using the ancient texts and excavated the massive, gold-filled fortresses of Mycenae, the home of the ancient world's most famous survivor has remained a total ghost for over a century. The narrator takes the viewer to the quiet, rugged island that officially bears the name Ithaca today, explaining that despite decades of intense digging, archaeologists have found absolutely nothing matching the grand, sprawling palatial complex described in the epic poem. This has sparked an absolute war in the scientific community, with the video highlighting a brilliant modern hypothesis utilizing advanced geological data. Scientists have discovered that massive, ancient earthquakes routinely altered the landscape of Western Greece, proving that a low-lying valley was once completely flooded by the sea. The narrator reveals the shocking conclusion of this theory. The hero's true Bronze Age palace isn't missing. It is simply buried on a completely different peninsula that used to be a separate island, waiting to be exposed. The video reaches its grand, cinematic climax as all the previous threads of history, mythology, and archaeology collapse into one final, mind-blowing revelation, accompanied by dramatic, apocalyptic illustrations of burning cities and crumbling empires. The narrator brings everything full circle, explaining that when you strip away the layers of magical monsters and poetic romance, the true core of the narrative stands completely exposed as the profound psychological trauma of the Bronze Age collapse around 1200 BC. This was never just an entertaining story about a single sailor trying to get back to his wife. It was a deeply haunting cultural reflection of an entire lost generation of displaced, upended human beings wandering through a permanently broken social order after their globalized world imploded overnight. The narrator delivers the ultimate concluding twist, suggesting that the legendary figures we call heroes were almost certainly real-world, high-end mercenaries and brutal sea raiders who participated in a violent global apocalypse, left to violently wander the ruins of the Mediterranean long after their empires turned to ash. The video ends on a lingering, thought-provoking note, leaving the viewer to look at our own modern history with an unsettling sense of wonder, questioning just how many of our society's greatest legends are actually built on the silent, forgotten ashes of a real global catastrophe.